ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube video is here, so you know it is going to be a good night. It is 6:21 a.m. and torture is setting upon my poor soul, but I can't not do these videos. I just can't not. I have to do it. So without further ado, skidamarinky dinky do. Alright, so we got Lionel, the fire tank. We're getting a new tank on a banner. They were too scared to put a tank in Advent Dungeon, which there's still 3 spots open. Remember, there are 3 spots open in the Codex, and so this is Lionel, and then there's David, and there's one more that's missing. I heard there's like a weird werewolfy guy, but I don't know much. I hear small information, I dip the fuck out. So I don't know what this guy does, but we missed it out on the last thing, but we got the bounce down there. You know we gon' you know I'm ready. You know I'm ready. Should I stay in for once? Usually I don't webcam that often. So you guys want to see the pure? I'll give you guys the pure. Let's go. Yes, this guy is decorated. HP, goddess graces, HP's up, revives all. Oh god. 40% chance to taunt, shield. Finally some shield people, and guess what? Amelia counts as shields. We know it was coming. Oh my god, it can kill the boss I couldn't kill before. Earth strike, shields and shit. I've been looking for a shield character. Prepare to strike. Strike preparation. Oh my fuck. He gives strike preparation to all his allies. He's a tank though. He's a tank. Oh no, that looks like it's gonna be some scary shit. Look at that Joey thing. Jesus Christ, think of nightmares. But what's scarier, Joey or Lionel, right? what's scarier? Let's go down here because his ult definitely gives strike preparation to the entire team. But see, he's a tank, so it's gonna be a little bit weird to see. Like, okay, let's read shit first before we start getting all in our ass, right? So. Alright, so we saw the passive, HP by 30%, really good. Earth Strike is going to inflict damage equal to a single target Earth Strike, 40% chance to taunt. I think that it's actually, is that not higher than most other single target tanks? I feel like that's higher. You know what, I'm just gonna quickly bring, let me just check out, who's the single, I'm Eamon, we can use Eamon. Actually no, isn't it 45%? I'm just gonna bring up Eamon for like 2 seconds, and I think that would help me just decide that if this thing was still live. First, we gotta find. You're banned in this week of arena. No, yeah. See, 45 is standard, so he's actually 5% lower than each person. But that's probably because 40% chance to increase targets elemental disadvantage by 20%. That's huge. I mean, he's screaming right now. He's definitely screaming PvE to me. But the ability to taunt, a decent chance to taunt, and that also is pretty good. That's why it's not as high. It's 5% lower. But to gain a 40% other debuff is crazy. So that, if you guys don't know what that means, oh, won't let me highlight, sorry. But what that means is that pretty much that target is going to take increased damage from its elemental difference. So since he is fire, he's going to actually be a little bit, he might switch into one of your slots for your wind Advent dungeons, which is nice. You know, that's very nice to have. And if he lands that debuff, also we have to see what kind of debuff that is, and we have to see if it is a standard build. But I'm pretty sure elemental disadvantage, stuff like that, is actually a blank debuff, which means that it's like weakness exploit, attack down, defense down. So that's going to be pretty good. Remember, this is level 1, and this is a banner unit, so we have to assume these as you will probably only have them on level 1, so we have to judge it as that. So S2 grants a shield to all allies equal to 30% of max HP. This is written terribly because it does not let us know if it's his max HP or if it is the max HP for each individual person. Now normally it is the HP of the buffer, the person that's casting it, but it doesn't say it there, which is kind of concerning. But it'd be nice if that goes up higher. If that goes up to like, if it allows it, since it's the SSR, it should, that might go up to 50%, 45. And that means you can stack all life runes on this guy and possibly give him like speed on everything, and like literally have a quick buff and a gigantic shield that goes on everybody. And that is what it's like Wusa baby from Summoner's War. And I've been looking to get someone, but the problem is that he's a defender. But I actually ran a speed Ian once, and speed Ian definitely was outspeeding a lot of people because he was just on attack speed. So, you know, 10, it's pretty good. It depends on how high this goes, but again, we have to judge it from the 30% because he's a banner unit. You're not really gonna get dupes of this guy unless you're well Lord. And he also casts his Goddess Graces. I don't know why I added S to that on the caster and the ally with the lowest HP. I do not know what that is, and I see it's somewhere down there in the passive. Now this is the coup de rat. I mean, the animation of it looked garbage. It's just him. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw my pin. Yeah, we ready to roll. And I guess the whole team is probably in the back there. Definitely gets a low grade on far as look wise, but it definitely, he's a support, and we need more like cool supports and the debuffers and control units. But yes, he gives everyone a free critical strike for 1 turn, so you can counter that with some stuns and stuff like that. Grants focused power to increase damage dealt by single target attacks by 35% for 2 turns. Now, I'm assuming it goes on him, or does he grant that on everybody? Because the whole other buff was for everybody. And again, this is kind of badly written. I don't know if they can, that has to be tested, because we'd have to see if, because that means single target, so that's for nukes, which is, hey Verdandy. So your Verdandy, your Morgan, your Junia, it's like, yay, everyone's gonna just do more damage. Or is it just him? Because he only has 1 attack. If you haven't noticed that, he has 1 attack, and that is his single target attack, and that's his S1, and that's all he's gonna ever do. Everything else is buff based. This is only a 3-turn cooldown, which is great, but that's all he does. Now let's see. Restores HPs of all allies with Goddess Grace by 20% at the start of the turn. Now I'm assuming the start of his turn. They always, again, this guy's fully written of just terrible sentences. Like, I'm assuming start of his turn. They should actually specify that. A lot of things in this game are not specified, like by whose turn, and is it the end of this turn or end of my turn or the end of the turn. Like, a lot of things are weirdly like that. So when he S2s, he's gonna put Goddess Grace on himself and one with the lowest HP. They're gonna be healing 20% of their HP on the starter turn. I'm pretty sure that that's how that works. Decreases all allies damage taken from AoE, full AoE attacks by 50% for 2 turns at the start of the wave. So just bringing him in automatically counters the AoE comp, which is cool. A little bit too free, because they have runes that do that, so it's almost like this guy pretty much takes out the necessity of running those runes to counter that. Now you can just get this guy, and he's pretty much end all be all. He's casting shields, which is gonna, you know, deflect that. He's giving everyone free crit, you know, and he's giving your solo nukers more damage. So he's, I don't know how it just depends on his base speed. It's gonna be crazy. So he also seems to have a revives all allies with 20 HP. And resets the caster's skill cooldown, his second skill cooldown, which is the shield, by consuming Goddess Grace at the end of the current turn when attacked by an AoE. That is so specific. Wait, Jesus Christ, that is stupidly specific. Hold on. So if you hit him with a AoE attack, right, and he has the S2 already on him, the Goddess Grace, he will revive everyone that is dead with 20 HP, reset his skill cooldown for his S2 by consuming the Goddess Grace debuff. Shit. So, I mean, on AI, that's going to be pretty nice. I mean, and it also helps you out, which is really good about this, by the way. What this is, and this is what I've been saying, is that he's a PvE monster. A lot of dungeons have this weird AoE PvE thing, and that is what they're kind of trying to show you, that if you do this actually might even help with Lily, like slightly. I mean, like, you don't really want to bring him in because he's fire, and you don't, you know, he's just gonna end up dying. But just in habit, just little theory crafting while we're here. But like, you can kind of see, like, if he were to get hit by the end, like these berserk alts that are out there from Lily, Nikita, that he would instantly revive. Now what we need to test Someone test it when you summon on this banner. If he dies, does it matter? Does he revive everyone else, even though whatchamacallit, like even though he dies, does he still, or does he have to be alive after the AoE? That's what we need to test, because if he stays alive, if everyone gets revived when he dies, he's literally the best thing in the world. he's literally the best unit ever, because that's so broken, because all you have to do is like have him get to a certain point, and then like Kali, oh my god, he'll be my answer for Kali, because everyone can die perfectly fine. They're getting free crits. Everyone's getting free crits, free drinks on me. Single target attacks is going to help out your Morgans, your costume Morgans. I know everyone can beat Kali except me. It's fine. Well, I can beat Kali. I hate her. But on top of that, when she actually does, oh fuck her. Kali's, oh, this is definitely not AoE. Well, you know, Sid. Let's go to Sid. Sid has an AoE. Bam, but I already cheat Sid. But this is great, because this is actually, I feel like this guy is really good for lower end, lower end players, newer players, mid-tier players that are struggling with certain dungeons, and they can summon on for this guy, and then he'll be able to help a lot. But for a lot of people, it's not gonna really help out too much, but his buffs and his kit is actually really good. So I wouldn't say that you need to summon for him specifically. He seems like a great character. You don't need it, like this whole thing here is very specific. I don't know if you need to like summon specifically for him, because like a lot of people, and I'm speaking from, if you're lower end, lower end, I keep saying that, it sounds so disrespectful. If you're like newer and you're struggling for a couple dungeons and you have not been blessed by every banner that a lot of other people have been blessed with, if you're in Japan server and still for some reason play this game, this might be a good option for you, because this guy is gonna pretty much come and he's gonna be able to really help out on his own. And I think that there's a lot of units that do that. He can probably sustain himself, and since he gives himself a really good and gives everyone a good shield, he can probably and gives himself a heal on top of that. Very Ian-esque, you know, really keeps himself alive, keeps everyone alive, allows you to like, because if you bring him into any dungeon where he can stay alive a decent amount, as long as his S1 is triggering the elemental disadvantage, all your other units that are based on there to pretty much deal DPS because of the weaken, he'll make them do 20% more damage as well. So he's really good for that, you know. I definitely approve of that. A pretty useful tank, I agree. He just oozes usefulness. So much useful in Lionel. But I guess that would be the thing, is that do you need something like this? That would be a decision of, you knowing your account. Do you need something that's going to help you out to this degree, or do you have stuff like that already kind of like swept under the rug? Because to revive everyone, your whole team has to kind of suck, and like he has to be the only one alive. Then he gets hit by the quadruple, everyone gets revived, he gets his S2 back. And this happens automatically from what I can tell. So like he doesn't even need to spend a turn. I think this is the first, well, it's definitely the first multi-revive that is not based on an actual turn. Like that's Ramu, that's Sid. He'll literally revive the entire team as long as he gets hit by a full AoE attack while his S2 is up. So that's easy for you to plan. Most people know dungeon patterns, and they can easily plan for that. I just want to get this guy in the stage 3 Lily, and then just everyone DPSs everything down. But see, he's gonna die before that. Oh man, I wish, man. But I'm definitely now even more so looking forward to David, because I need a light attacker is definitely something that we don't have enough of. Fire tank is good, but he's gonna be probably the second banner that I summon on, because I do say that I want to get every single new character that comes out, Crystal bless my souls. But we will be summoning on David depending on what it's looking like. If David is booty butt cheeks, we'll go for Lionel first, just because he's there. But I wouldn't build him out. I'm not gonna build him immediately. He's gonna sit in a box. What am I supposed to do? It's not my fault. Come on. I got other things to work on. Come on, don't blame me. Don't look at me like that. No, don't look at me like that. Come on. Fuck, I don't want to summon for this guy.